you. How are you? Welcome back. We are answering a reader question, and this week's reader question is from Nova. Actually, I have the pleasure of meeting Nova a couple of times, and we became friends after. Oh my gosh, Nova! If you're on here, maybe like 2014, 2013, maybe 10 years ago. But Nova and I became instant friends because we were at an event together for Jane Porter, and our love of Jane Porter brought us together. And it was before I had even written or published a cozy mystery. I think Nova was probably one of my very first people I ever said, "Oh, I'm writing a book." But anyways, let's get to Nova's reader question. And she said, "Do you devote a certain amount of time to writing every day? And do you read often?" Well, those are two questions, and Nova wins an Amazon gift card tonight for us picking her question. If you have a question and would like the opportunity for me to answer your question on Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, then pop your question in the chat. Or if you're on Facebook, you can pop your question in the pinned post that has Q&A for April. So, Nova, do you devote a certain amount of time to writing? Yes, every day. Yes, every day. I write every morning. For some reason, I cannot write anytime but in the morning. I am an early bird writer. I have tried to write in the afternoon, and ever since I became a full-time writer, what I did was I used to go to my 9 to 5 job as a child therapist. And then I would come home and get my kids off to practices and write in my car, which you have been on this journey with me since the beginning. And I would write in my car in the afternoon or at night when my kids were at practices. And then once we got home and we had supper and they were all in bed, I would spend another couple hours writing till midnight. And now that I'm full time, then I get up in the morning and it's just like I'm going to a day job. I get up, I get showered, I get dressed, obviously I get my coffee first, but and then I am sitting down at my computer by either 8:30 or 9 o'clock a.m. because it is my best creative writing time. I do not fill my morning with anything like news or Facebook or YouTube or Instagram, any social media. It just takes me out. If I do, I go down that rabbit hole. So what I do is I get up in the morning, I have coffee, I meditate, and I just kind of look at my planner and see what is on my agenda for the day for after writing. All of my friends, all of my family, all of my appointments are always after 12 noon because I don't want to stop writing. And I've got this thing that I get crabby. So if I get taken out of my writing mojo in the morning, Eddie will tell you I do not like to go get breakfast, although it's his favorite time to eat is breakfast. Is always like, "Oh, let's go get some breakfast. Let's go get some breakfast." I'm like, "No," because I want to be in my jam. So then after noon, I will eat lunch or go out with a friend or whatever that looks like for the day. And then I'll either go to appointments or I start doing interviews. Like tomorrow, I have an interview with the amazing Kate Conti, Liz Musgrove, who has a new podcast. So I'm going to be on her podcast. I'm also doing this really cool, fun mystery theater. Again, it's not the same one that I do every year in September. This is a new one, and it's featuring like 7 different cozy authors, and we're all in this mystery thing together. So it's a lot of fun. So that consists of this week, and then also getting ready for Easter this week. So in the afternoon, I'll be doing that. So my writing is definitely planned in the morning. Your other question was, do I read often? I read daily. Now, a lot of people are like, oh, what does she read? What does she read? You guys, I am a nonfiction reader. And I love to read nonfiction. I can devour nonfiction. I can devour, like biographies, different things that are true to life. Especially when I'm writing, I try not to read cozy mysteries. And I've been into thrillers lately. But what I've been doing is I read at night. So that's what I do. I go and I will sit on the couch while Eddie is watching MASH or whatever it is he's doing, which he generally doesn't watch too much TV either. We just kind of sit there and look at our iPads, but I'm actually reading on my iPad. And so I read and we just do it at night for at least an hour. So if it's something that I'm reading to give a blurb to, I can do that as well. But mainly I read at night. So anyways, Nova, if you are here, let me know and you will get your gift card. Thank you so much for joining me for a reader question. And I will be back next week answering a reader question. For now, let's look to see who's all here. Oh, I see some comments coming in. Jane said she made it. Jane, I'm so glad you made it. How is the move coming? You have anything going on with the move? Oh, yeah. So today, Nova, I went and had my nails painted. I only get that gel nail, and I make them keep my nails short because I have to write. But I got green, which I love. Hello, Roxanne. I'm so glad you're here. Hi, Cindy. How are you? Oh, hello. Happy Tuesday. Beach Bum Bookworm. She is on YouTube. Hello, Cajun Peach. How are you? Hello, Cindy from New Zealand. It's so good to see you. Hey, Crystal. How are ya? Good to see you. Hello, Barbara. How are you? Barbara always would follow me over at My Book Friends, but I resigned from that group because I just had so much going on. So I had to pull back on author groups and just kind of focus on us again. So hello, Stephanie. Hello, Carrie. How are you? Hello, good evening. Thank you. Oh, I am a busy girl, Kathleen. It keeps me out of trouble. Jane said that she loves nonfiction also. Did you read the one I said you followed her? But yes, as a matter of fact, Jane, I was just talking about you. And that book, every time somebody talks about like Mary Ingalls, we have a visitor. Every time somebody always says something to me about Mary Ingalls or about a Little House on the Prairie or Laura Ingalls, I'm like, oh, I live on Mary Ingalls Highway. And let me tell you about it. And my friend, Jane Dietz, who was a reader, turned my friend, sent me this book, Follow the River. And I have the book still and I love it. And as a matter of fact, I've read it twice. So I love it. Yes. Thank you, Jane. But the point of this book is so when Mary Ingalls was kidnapped by the Native Americans in her town of Virginia or state of Virginia, she knew that when they were taking her down the Ohio River and she kept saying to herself, if I just follow the river, I'll get back home. I can't do this. Whoop, bing, 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 bing. So anyways, so she said, if I just follow the river, if I just get free and follow the river, I can go home. So she did get free and she did follow the river. And the book that Jane is talking about is called Follow the River. Eddie, I hope I don't go in on the car. He's leaving. Do you hear the truck? Because he's actually getting the toilet for the bathroom. Who wants to see a basement makeover? Let me know in the comments if you guys want to see the basement. Hey, Lisa, how are you? Lisa asked earlier about our Patreon, and she asked about our book club because we are picking Twisty Tales books and Samara Prescott book 1. I can't remember the name of her book. The reason why I have these earphones is because Eddie was making a lot of noise down there. But anyways, it's the Samara Prescott book. And it's scheduled to go up on our page this week. So they're short stories, so it shouldn't even take you but an hour to read. Let's see. Kathleen says that she reads while her husband watches TV too. And we're so glad you're here. Jane said no date, still packing. My goodness. Now, are they redoing your apartment and you get to move back in? Is that what's going on? I don't know what's going on. Doing great. Oh, good. Cindy wants to know if we have plans for Easter. I do. So my parents are coming up, which is great. And my son Austin and his girlfriend and her parents are going to be joining us as well. And then my sister and her family will be here as well. And so will our son Brady and our son Cody and his girlfriend Madison. So we are going to have a full house. Very excited about that. They would love to see the basement. Hello, Jeannie. How are you? I just smile when I see Jeannie. She's so fun. Yeah, everybody wants to see this. I like Summer. I've read several, but I've never read any of Summer's books. So it's very exciting. She has a short story. So we are going to be reading her book for our book club. So yes, I see everybody. Lots of guests. Yes, lots of guests. Lots of guests. There's a lot of things going up here. Good. We want to see the basement. So yeah. So anyways, the basement is not going to be done before. I know Eddie really tried hard, but he did get the Rowena is like looking. See there, she's staring out there, and there's my owl. But he did get the. See, I'm not on my phone, so it's really hard to see. But he did get the garage done, so that's done. And then we get to move my camper back over. I know he was trying to talk me into buying another camper, a new one with all the luxuries. I'm like, no, we do not need to buy a new camper. Do not do this to me. Yeah, right. Let's go look at the basement. So you're on my computer, so it's going to be a little wonky. So I'm going to try to see what we can do here, right? So we'll walk on down. Here we are. There's the pond. We have had such terrible winds and storms and tornadoes. We're supposed to have some again this week. So, look, she can't stand it. She can't stand it. The little nosy girl. So here is the basement. Eddie has done all of this. So this would be a little family room down here. And then he's letting the mud dry. So, there's going to be a door here because there's more basement back there, obviously. And then here's a bathroom. That's a shower. So here's the bathroom, and the door would be here. That's why we went to go get the toilet. He's like, maybe we should have another working toilet. I'm like, why? We're good. We can back up with 2 toilets for all these people. And then remember I showed you guys that picture of Eddie sitting here when he was working on the book. So this is the extra bedroom. So this will be our little 4th bedroom. So yes, you guys know that when we built the house, it was supposed to be just, I don't know where Rowena went. I want to make sure she doesn't come out. But, we were not supposed to, there it is. We were not, there's our little hot tub. So I got to clean up all this before Easter. I got to do all that. But, we were not supposed to have the basement built out. We're just going to have a basement. But you know me. So it is beautiful here right now. There's the thing. And here's the camper. So maybe we should finish off our talk in the camper. I'll have to, I was in here writing today, so that was fun. Always love being in my camper. Always, always fun. So I was in here today and loving it. I always love it in here. It is home. So when Eddie says, oh, let's get another camper, let's get a different camper, I'm like, no, I love the one I have. And then I'd have to make Karen get me a new sign that says camper to put on it. She camper. So anyways, Stephanie asked, "How are your parents doing?" They are good, as good as can be. Dad is supposed to be going out of the house now to have therapy instead of the therapy coming to him. So maybe he'll get stronger. And they are coming up this weekend, so that is awesome. So funny story is I have one of those cameras in their house, that Blink camera. My sister and I do. And my mom's probably on here, but anyways, who knows? She's probably watching saying, "Oh my gosh, she tells everything." So, anyways, what happened was that mom texted and she said, "Hey, can you just check on your dad on the Blink camera?" I told him not to move because he's really not supposed to walk around the house unless somebody's there, because he's still real unsteady. And so they're working on getting him from the walker to a cane. And so I said, okay. And she said, I told him to stay still. So I'm doing jazzercise and at home. And so I've got my computer on jazzercise and my phone on the Blink camera. So mom leaves and I am just jazzercising, just, really getting it. And all of a sudden I see dad get up and I'm like, what's he doing? And I turn on the microphone. I'm like, Dad, what are you doing? Dad, sit down, Dad. And he's just looking around. And I'm like, oh my gosh, he probably doesn't have his ears in. He can't hear me. He's going to fall. I'm going to have to call 911. And so I start texting my sister and my mom. Oh my gosh, dad is on the move. Dad is on the move. And mom, which our town is that big, is like, I'm on my way home. I'm like, I don't know. He's going to fall. Oh my gosh, where did dad go? And so he disappeared from the camera. So I'm like panning the camera, like, where did dad go? I'm looking on the floor. I'm like, oh, man down. What is dad doing? And because we're just trying to make sure he doesn't fall. And mom just can't sit there all the time. And they do have a person that comes in and hangs out so she can go do things. But he was alone. And the dog, I hear the dog and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, something's wrong. So then dad had taken the long way around the family room, went out of the camera, and then all of a sudden you see this I'm trying to do it with my finger, just a little smidge of John Robert kind of going in, and then he goes around, and I'm typing. I'm like, I think he's going to the kitchen, and because their kitchen is kind of like open, like our kitchen, and I see him go over to the pantry, and he's diabetic, and I said, "Oh my God, I think he's getting in the cookies in the pantry." And I'm zooming in, and like, I am no longer jazzercising. I am zooming in on my phone on dad. And I'm like, oh my gosh, he's getting a cookie. Mom is gone and he's getting a cookie. And so the next thing I hear is, what are you doing? It was mom. She come into the house and she said, what are you doing? Getting a cookie. And lo and behold, he was getting a cookie, and he shouldn't have been. But the point is that I had to babysit daddy. I call it how people go to telehealth? I call it telebabysitting. So, and sometimes mom will call and or text and she'll say, I'm going to take Ginger for a walk, check on your daddy. And so most of the time she just wants me to click on and just make sure he's okay or whatever. But I don't. I click on and I watch the entire time. I mean, the entire time. So I know you didn't really want to know all that, but there you go. So I'm going to get eyes on them. My sister went down there last weekend, and then they're coming up here this weekend. So I know I shouldn't even be telling all y'all that, but that's the truth. Thank you, Christina. We love our Shamper Camper. It is small. I don't know if you're on YouTube, so I don't know if you've looked at my YouTube video where I take everybody through my camper. And so we did that, and that's just, something fun. So hello, Juanita. How are you? It's hard to raise parents. Isn't that the truth? That is so fun. So cute. That crazy story. I can't wait for a book club too, Lisa. It is the 6th. It is coming up. I want to say it is coming up. I don't want to give you the thing. So, anyways, but you guys, it has been so much fun. Jeannie said that when she's video chatting with her middle 2 kids, I write them out to their parents if necessary. So true. Me too. But you guys, thank you so much for joining us for today's reader question with our friend Nova. And I hope you guys have a great night. Stay tuned. You never know when I'm going to go live. And also, I hope you have a fabulous Easter if I do not see you live before that. So you guys have so much fun. I love you, love you, love you. Mwah. And I will see you guys next Tuesday. I missed you last Tuesday so bad. I was on my work thing. I will see you guys next Tuesday at 6 o'clock. Be good. Be good or the Easter Bunny won't come see you. Mwah.